Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to B to the third power. How
Can you
y'all
just
doing
say
tonight?
that? Can I just say that I love our intro? I'll be over here
I
jamming.
know, right? Yes. Yes. Me and you both. I'm like, hey, hey.
Right. Hey.
Yes. Welcome everybody to B to the third power, where we are always being intentional, bridging gaps, and building community.
That's right.
And man, this is going to be an amazing, amazing show tonight.
As usual.
As usual. You said, why, T-Lynn? Because it's me and Sherry. And that's
Hello.
just what we do. Hello?
Right.
Hello. Okay. So, Sherry, let's catch up. What you been up to, girl?
Oh my goodness, we've been gone a while.
No,
So we w-
1 week.
what? But that's like 2 weeks.
Okay.
See?
Yeah, you right. You right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I know I ain't crazy. Um, but a lot has happened. A lot is happening, and
Yes.
I am just really excited. But wow! In the last week, what happened? My baby called me on Sunday, y'all. Called me crying. Poor thing. She called me crying. She had let me know the night before that she got locked out of the house.
Oh,
Right.
no.
So she went over to her neighbor's house because she got locked out. She needed, she stayed over there until the locksmith came. And as she was leaving the neighbor's house, y'all, she fell down the steps.
Oh, no.
So she called me Saturday, and she told me, that she had fallen and everything. And I said, well, Britt, tomorrow morning, it's going to be stiff. Oh my God, whatever, right? You're going to
Right.
need motion. Well, Lord, she called me at like 7:30, 8 o'clock Sunday morning, crying. It's black and blue. It's black and blue. It's purple. It's swollen. It's ugly. It's looking like my daughter has been straight beat up. Okay. So, of course, what did I do? I hit the road. I'm out of here. Right. So,
Absolutely.
I hit the road. I was out. So I stayed down there for a couple of days with her. And I think she really just wanted mommy to be there. But she was in a lot of pain. She
Yeah.
sprained the left knee and sprained the right ankle.
Yeah.
So she was in a lot of pain and everything. But I really think she just wanted me to be there. And I love being there. With her. So yeah, I'm just grateful for this time that we have, this whole telework era we in, because that way I could pack up and go to her. And
Right.
they always are babies. Okay.
Always. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm surprised you even waited for her to call back. Like, I'm surprised you weren't on the road when she called and said I failed. I'm like, wait a minute, you wasn't on the road then?
Yeah, she was like, I'm gonna be okay. I'm okay, mommy. I'm okay. I said, all right, Britt. I said, but just know when you wake up, that thing gonna hurt. I'm telling you, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Girl, that baby called me crying. I said, okay, you know what? I was to her by 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Well, I hope
yes.
you feel better, Britt. I'm so sorry you feel that sounded like that hurt, man.
It did. Poor
Yeah.
thing. So see, the challenges just become different when they become adults. It's not
Yeah.
like, when they're kids, they're always gonna need mom and dad. They're always gonna need us. It's just in a different way.
In a different way. But guess what? When they need, we still gonna be there.
Stop, drop, and roll in a minute.
Baby, you like no. I'll be back. My baby need. Let me tell y'all about Sherry. Sherry be on the road for her kids. Not that don't nobody else be, but Sherry don't play. She be like, wait, nope, my kids leave. I don't care what you need. I'm out.
And
And
it's crazy.
but she don't give you the politically correct way of saying it. She give you the mama. I'm gone. I'll
Oh,
call you and brief you later.
yeah. And it was even like that, even when they were younger, right? A lot of times you'll hear parents and they'll be like, oh, just don't have time. I don't have time. Whatever. Like, I would literally leave my job and be like, I'm going to the school to do a pop up. I'll see y'all when I get back. People, yeah, like that is my number one all day,
Yeah.
every day. That's it. Yeah. So when I drop at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and I say, you know what, I think I'm gonna ride on up to the school and do a pop up today. Oh, did I ask you? I didn't ask you. I
Mm,
was I was letting you know.
but those things
Yeah.
are valuable though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like doing those frequent check-ins. If you don't do nothing else, if you're a parent out there, make the time to stop in and check on your kids. You'll never know just how helpful it'll be and how much, even though it might scare the crap out of them, but it's also will let them know that you're always there for them. Like you'll show up for them.
Right. All
Even
the time.
when you catch them in their shenanigans. Right now, they're gonna be mad, but later on, they're gonna
They'll be,
appreciate that
they'll
you
be
did that pop
fine.
up. Yeah,
They'll be
absolutely.
fine. Yeah.
So this past, as Sherri said, 2 weeks, T Lynn has been deep diving in
Yes.
projects, but I'm up for air now, and so feel refreshed a little bit.
Breathe.
Yeah, so I don't have all the excitement Sherri had going on because all I'm tell you is I just been working. I've been working hard, meeting deadlines, but I certainly am glad that I had a day to breathe and relax. And
Mhm.
so absolutely. But
I know you're over there grinding, and I'm so happy that you are totally in your lane. Like,
man,
yeah,
I'm loving it. I have to be
I
honest. I'm
know.
loving it. I'm loving it and I appreciate it. Just amazing. Some amazing things are going on. And I know y'all be like, y'all always talking in the fluff. No, we not. We just learned that sometimes some things you can't say
Right,
all the way
right,
in the end. Some
right,
things you
right,
gotta wait. It's timing before you release different things.
right.
But it's just some amazing things going on
Mhm.
and I'm grateful for opportunities. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And we talk about things amongst each other. Don't get us wrong. We do. We talk about things with each other, but there's some things that you don't put out into the atmosphere until the time is right.
Yeah.
And you learn that a lot of times as you're going into entrepreneurship and business, you learn that some things that you just don't say anything about
Yep.
until the time is right. And y'all have to understand that this is still a brand new world for us as entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're learning a lot and every day, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah.
But you know the analogy I had for them and for you guys and for you Sherri is when you go when a woman goes in to give birth,
Mhm.
it's like the first of all the baby is in the incubator because it spends 9 to 10 months in her belly as it is,
Mhm.
right? So the
Mhm.
same thing with your vision and your dreams and your goals. Come on, I'm teaching y'all something tonight. Your dreams and your goals have to go into an incubator period. That's
Mhm.
when nothing should be able to touch it. You protect it. It's protected, right?
Mhm.
And then when when it's time for you to go and give birth to that thing, you also still have to protect it because think about it. When a woman goes in to have birth, everybody can't be in the delivery room with her.
Everybody can't be in there.
They can't. It's only
It's
the
a
people that
it's
is
a team.
necessary
That's right.
to help bring that thing forward. And
That's
so
it.
what I'm telling you is for all of you all out there that are working on your dreams and your goals, sometimes you spending too much time talking. One, you talking to small-minded people. You talking to people about a
Mhm.
vision that they can't grab hold to because one, it ain't their vision, and two, they just small-minded. They can't see past where they are. Some of y'all need to
Yeah.
stop talking so much about
Come
what
on
you're
now.
doing until it's time for that thing to come forward. Or as my favorite thing says, move in silence and let your success make noise. Basically, you don't say nothing until it's all done and over. You don't know that the baby is there. You can't see the baby until after the baby is born. You can't
Mm-mm.
be in the delivery room watching the process. And
Mm-mm.
so when it comes to your dreams and your visions, start protecting them.
Start
They're
protecting them.
yours.
You
Protect
have
it.
to.
Protect it because they're yours. You were given the vision. You were given the instructions on how to carry them out. And there are some people there are people that are assigned to come and help you bring it forward, and you'll share with those people. But it's not for everybody
But there are also people assigned to what?
to help kill it, to try to make you
Exactly.
abort it before
Exactly.
it's due. You
Right.
got to be careful. You got to know who to share with. You got to use some discernment as
Mhm.
to who to be sharing your vision with and the goals with that you have or your dreams with. Some that you ought to share with, and some you got to discern not you. It's
You know
okay.
what? I'm gonna tell you how tell you how God works. So this morning, every morning I write, and most of the time when I write, it's in the form of a poem. And the poem that I wrote this morning is called Push.
Yeah.
And I'm going to read it real quick just because we're talking about this whole birthing out your purpose. I'm going to read it just because
Go for it.
that's how God works. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
You're about to give birth, push. You're about to reap harvest of the seed, now push. You're about to show the world your purpose. Come on, baby, push. Come on. Deep breathe, now push. The strain, the pain, the sweat, and the tears you'll experience, I promise you it'll be worth it. Now push. The dedication, commitment, and optimism is within you. Now push.
Yes.
Breathe. The team is on side of you. Now push. And labor with a dream, and labor with the unseen, and labor with the purpose destined to be. Now go on, girl, and push.
Yes. Listen, we wasn't even coming for that tonight, y'all. That's why I say you click in and then you click out. You better hang on, baby, because you never know what Sherri and T. Lynn is up to in any of these episodes, honey. Yes, push. That was, we hadn't talked about this being our topic. That wasn't it, but somebody needed to hear that today.
Sometimes needed to hear that.
You gotta shut your mouth while you're pushing. Yes, Alan.
Yes, Alan.
Yes. Come on. Sometimes you have to keep your mouth shut. You got to protect your visions and your dreams while you are supposed to write the vision, while you are supposed to remind yourself and affirm yourself along the way of the vision. That does not mean you're supposed to go run tell that.
Nope.
That's not what that means.
Unless you want a dream killer to come and knock it down for you. You keep on sharing what God has given you and the vision that God has given you. You keep on sharing and see how far you get. Now, I'm not saying, because I also often say a closed mouth don't get fed. Yes. But I tell you what, you'll learn you'll learn to pick and choose who you share your information with.
Yeah,
you'll learn who is in your corner and who is not. You'll find those people that are going to support you through this process and link you with other people. When they don't know, they'll start linking you with people that do know. That's when you know that person is not a dream killer. Be careful of the dream killers, because they are there.
Absolutely. And something you said that's very integral right there, Sherri, is that it's not meant. Now, that's not to say that you carry it by yourself, right? Because even as a woman goes in, like I said, when she goes in to give birth, there's a team of people that's there to help her bring forth this baby, right? But it's those that are assigned to be there.
That's right.
They have an assignment to be there. And what you said is so true. You got to find the people that's assigned to you to help you bring that thing forth.
That's right.
Sharing with those that are assigned to be there with you is one thing, but just sharing just because you like a refrigerator on a corner and can't hold nothing, that's the wrong sharing, baby.
And then for the rest of the people, show them better than you can tell them, baby. That's it. Right? So, and I don't care if it takes you 1 month, 2 months, 3 years, 4 years to birth that. I don't care what it is. 5 years. I don't care what it is. Show them better than you can tell them, right? Because like I heard somebody use the story analogy the other day. They said, sweetie, we're not concerned with how long it took you to get your bachelor's degree. She came up on stage and she was like, well, it took me 8 years to get this bachelor's degree, but you know what, y'all, I got it. She said, baby, don't you ever share that with people again. No. She was like, unless that's part of your story where you're encouraging somebody to continue to press through. She said, but the point is that you finished. And you got the bachelor's degree. They don't ask you how long it took you to get it. They don't ask you how many times did you have to take that class over that you may have failed or whatever. Now, in the right setting, in the right space, if you're trying to motivate and encourage somebody else through this process of getting their degree, and then share it. But if you just on conversation, oh no, I received my master's degree. I received my bachelor's degree. They don't ask you how long it took, honey. Don't share what ain't been asked.
Don't do
So
it.
so as you're going through this process with defining your purpose, watch who you share it with so that you don't feel like you're at this time limit of, oh my gosh, I've got to do it in a day. I've got to do it in 30 days. These books come out and it's like 30 days to this, 60 days to this, 120 days
But that's
to this.
the beginning.
That's the beginning.
That's the beginning.
That what they don't tell you is that's just
the
beginning.
That's the beginning.
Right.
The rest of it comes along the way, but that's
the
beginning.
Does. It sure does.
Yeah.
Because I've been writing for how long, T? My Lord.
My Lord is right. I'm not going to tell the years because you know why? It ain't that business right now.
No, it doesn't matter
right now. But my Lord, that's all we're going to say is my Lord.
My Lord. I love my Lord.
Yes. Listen, it's not always about how long it took sometimes.
Sometimes, right.
It's about you getting it done. Sometimes your path may take longer. Sometimes your journey may take longer because of you. Sometimes your journey may take longer because it's something you're to learn along the way. There's lessons that you got to get along the way.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, what matters most is that you got it done.
That's right. That's all that matters.
And you don't have to do it the way other people do it all the time, because everybody's journey, it's a personal journey, number one. Mm-hmm. And number two, you can't compare your apples to their oranges.
Not at all.
Because y'all are two different people, and your journey is going to be based on who you are and what you need in order to get there. That's what that's going to matter. That's what's important. So it's not about how fast Sherri got there compared to T. Lynn, or that Sherri went around the mountain and T. Lynn went up the mountain. Right. It don't matter, as long as at the end of the day we end up at our destination.
That's right. That's right.
That's what's important.
That's what's important. I mean, we have gone on. I love when we go off into an
natural organic place,
because it's just so natural and people relate with that, So I love that.
Somebody needed that today. That's okay. We took a little long in to catch up because we wanted to get you caught up, baby. That's why we had to catch you up.
Right.
Some things you needed today. But listen, we have some amazing things, some amazing announcements coming forward later on in the show. And I'm going to tell you now, if you log out before we get to that, that's your fault, because we told you later on in the show, right? That's your fault if you miss it, because we told you stay tuned, because we're going to be making some announcements. Some important information is coming forward later on in the show. We can't do it right now because our friend Jeffrey Lyles is in the house, and we're going to do a quick Critic's Corner, right? But if you stay till close to the later on in the show, you're going to get some good information and some great updates that you definitely want to know about, because B3rdPower. So with that being said, hold on, baby. Go and get your snack. Get you something to drink. I know I got my water right here. I'm going to take a sip because I need some water. And we'll meet you back on the other side of this break, because this is B3rdPower.
Yes.
Global Executive Staffing provides top-level executive staffing to federal and private sector companies globally at the most competitive price. They are experts in coordinating and expediting projects from design to development. Global Executive Staffing is a Department of Veterans Affairs, Center for Veterans, certified service-disabled veteran-owned small business. To connect with Global Executive Staffing, go to www.gestaff.com.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back to B3rdPower. Woo! I love our commercials. They are like amazing. I'm just always into
They wake
them.
you
like,
up.
Yeah, like real trailer, real story trailers there. But you know what? We have our regular in-house movie critic, Jeffrey Lyles from Lyles Movie Files with us this evening. I am so excited to hear what he has to say, even though I don't often follow the conversation. I'm here. I'm here for it. Hello,
Right.
Jeffrey.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Hey, ladies, how are y'all tonight?
We're good. How are you?
Outstanding.
Candy is just not having it today. Not tonight.
I don't know what she's doing. My goodness. But anyway, welcome, Jeffrey. So nice to have you. Candy says hi too, obviously.
Hey, Candy.
So what do you have? So much has gone on in the last few weeks in the world of TV and movies. What do you have for us tonight?
All right, I guess we'll start on a small screen. We'll kick off with Queen Sugar. I have been in and out of the show because there's some characters whose story arcs make no sense to me, and I just can't stand their storylines. But for the most part, I really enjoy where they've gone with the characters. They've kind of taken this real world approach where they've examined how life has been for the characters, for the Boudreaux family going through COVID, and then all the Black Lives Matter protests. And it's been an interesting look at real world affecting fictional characters. And it ended on this hopeful note. They're about to go into their fall break. So it's been interesting watching that. And Queen Sugar is always kind of a short run where they do like 6 or so episodes, and then it's, hey, we'll see you back in the fall or the summer.
Right.
And so it's one of those quick and easy binges for people that want something with a lot of Black people in it. And the acting's always good, even for the characters that I don't enjoy. Then the big one for this week was The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This is on Disney Plus, and this was the culmination of the Avengers Endgame storyline featuring Sam Wilson, where Captain America, Steve Rogers, handed him the shield and told him to basically go on and be the new Captain America. And this show just went so far against the normal comic book TV show presentation, looked like a movie, and it tackled some really interesting storylines where it's like, well, what would it be like for a Black man to be the signature superhero clad in the red, white, and blue and the stars and stripes? And what would the government have to say about that? Would they want someone else to take that role? Or would they be happy with the guy that Steve Rogers chose to be his successor? And then they also touched on some issues that are kind of relevant to today, where we have immigrants being pushed out of their borders, and they take it from the storyline from people coming back from Endgame. It's a lot of stuff. You need to kind of watch Infinity War and Endgame to understand it, but if you do, you've got a really good comprehension of what's going on in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's a really fun show. And that's only 6 episodes. So again, it's a quick binge. You probably finish it in 2 days, or if you're like me and just like watching good TV, you can watch it in 1 day.
Okay.
Then the show that I just started watching on Netflix, The Circle. This is the 2nd season. I tend to stay away from shows until it's on for a second. But this one, people are in an apartment room, and they basically have to be popular in order to stay in the apartment to win $100,000. So I'm all about watching those kind of shows, but I like Big Brother, and this one has a more diverse cast, and they don't get booted out because they're a minority. So it's interesting. So those are TV shows.
It's called The Circle.
The Circle,
Yes, The Circle.
Okay.
You know, I saw that yesterday, and I was like, "What is that?" But I just kept it moving because I've been moving, trying to catch up with some of my other shows. But yeah,
Okay. I'm writing it down.
that's interesting.
Yeah,
And Queen Sugar, I've missed the whole entire season of Queen Sugar. So obviously, because I've been Netflixing and Huluing it, I need to go to cable so I can catch up on Queen Sugar, because I forgot they came back. Because with them, I love them, but it's like the breaks be so long sometimes that I forget to go back and pick them up. And then because that's not a channel that I watch all the time, I don't know when they're coming back.
Yeah,
right.
They need to do a better job of cross networking promotions. They need to be on some other cable shows where it's like, hey, don't forget Queen Sugar on home, and we're back. Because it'll be a very long break. You'll just forget about it.
Yeah, and that's what happens. I literally end up forgetting about it because I'm like, oh, it's taking so long to come back. I didn't even know. So
yeah,
but I do like the show. Like the show, and I would love to go catch up.
It'll be an easy binge for you.
Okay, and so then I'm gonna go catch up with the Marvel movie show series. Still ain't got into WandaVision yet, but I'll try this one.
Okay.
I'll try it. But that's pretty good. So any other shows you want to update us on? We got a little bit of time. Anything else you got for us?
Okay.
We need to, because now we're getting ready to go into the summertime shows as the fall wraps up. I'm sure you have your ear to the ground about some new stuff that's coming out this summer to check out. So what's on the summer list?
I don't have a lot of TV shows on the list because they're still fiddling around with COVID, so we're still trying to figure out what's actually going to come. Like, there are some shows that I started watching that they already had to take some impromptu breaks because of COVID. I don't know if you watched the Star Trek Discovery. That had to take a little pause because of COVID, now break. Somebody got it, and it's like, okay, we got to stop because we don't want the whole cast to get it. So it's crazy. I do have a few movie recommendations and some to very strongly avoid.
Okay.
So the first one is Vanquish. It is Ruby Rose and Morgan Freeman. And this is basically hey, let's try to do John Wick 2. And this one proves that not everybody can do John Wick. And Ruby Rose has to go around on a night. I don't know if you guys have seen Collateral with Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise, where he has to go around and he's a taxi driver. That's a great movie. This is not Vanquish. Vanquish is trying to merge John Wick and Collateral. So Ruby Rose has to go around and collect money for Morgan Freeman. And she runs into all these crazy characters. They're not as interesting as they should be, and the action's not as good as it should be either. And Ruby Rose kind of is a charisma vacuum when it comes to these action movies. So it's just like, I wish something interesting would happen. Not so with this one. Morgan Freeman seems to have some fun, but he's the only one.
Okay, so avoid Vanquish. Unless it's just a Saturday when you can't find anything else to watch, and then you just need something to watch, and so you want to go try it. That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
If you have Vanquish on your list, you should banish it.
Oh.
So that's not even on a rainy day.
So that's not even a star?
Nah. That is if the remote has fallen and you're on the couch and just can't move.
I just
your little thing where you go, I've fallen and can't get up.
And it's just on autoplay.
Can't do anything. Right. It just accidentally falls on, turns on, and it turns to this movie station playing English. That's when you watch it. That's about it.
I just love his honesty. Like, it's just And then the tone doesn't change. It's like it's like if the remote falls on the floor and it
exactly.
That's why you should. The only way you should watch it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has valuable time, and it's like if you added up all the time you spent wasting terrible things, You're like, why did I waste all this time? I could have been creating something. You know, it's just like, we don't have too much time for that kind of stuff. I did watch this other movie called Trigger Point, and Barry Pepper's in this one. He's one of those actors you've probably seen in movies you wouldn't immediately think of him when you hear his name. He's pretty decent and stuff. And this one kind of does that whole kind of equalizer thing. Mysterious guy in town, things start happening. He used to be an agent, and now he's reuniting with some of his old associates, and they're trying to track down the person that betrayed him. And he's starting to close in the web and figure out who it is. And then, of course, hijinks ensue, and he has to start going around shooting a bunch of people. This one's one of those movies that wins 0 points for originality, but it's actually done well enough that it's like, all right, cool, I can watch this one. This is, if it's a rainy day, I'll tune this in, and I won't feel like, oh man, this was the best movie ever. But you're not going to feel like, why did I waste that time watching it? It's like, okay, that was cool. You know, maybe I watched it again if I didn't have anything else on. But it's good enough that first go round. It's like, all right, cool. This was worth sitting through. And then the last one, this is very specific for certain audiences. Mortal Kombat. This one just dropped on HBO Max. It's also in theaters if you are so bold. So Mortal Kombat's based on the video game series where they have fatalities and vicious kills. It's super bloody and brutal. This is the first one in the series that's actually received the long-awaited rated R rating. And sometimes they try to do PG-13 for a video game series where people are getting their heads ripped off and all this other stuff.
I was about to say, you can't even rate the game.
Happens. Yeah, exactly.
You know, like the game can't even be rated that. So,
right. So if you're doing a watered-down version of a movie based off of a game that's super violent, it's whatever. But the movie actually has crazy violence. It delivers on a lot of fronts. The plot is kind of okay. It's whatever. But I mean, really, it's a movie about a video game, fighting game. So we're not looking for Oscar screenplay award winners.
Right.
Here. We just need how do we get to the next fight? And that's basically what we get. And the fights are worth it to me. I know it's kind of divisive among some people because they wanted a better video game movie. For me, I'm just like, listen, here's my brain. I'm putting it at the door. I want to watch this movie where people start fighting. And that's what I got. So
you said it's a very violent movie. So one of the very violent movies I saw, or at least I thought it was at the time. I'm sure there's more worse now. But the one that I think of is Kill Bill. Is it worse than Kill Bill?
I mean, Kill Bill is one of those movies where Quentin Tarantino's like, let me do something we haven't seen on the big screen, where a woman is just slicing and dicing dudes up, cutting off arms, heads, legs, whatever. And that was different. She's wearing the yellow jumpsuit that gets coated in blood by the time it's done. The first volume is one of my favorite movies just because it's the way he arranges it and the performances. Really good. This one's totally different in the sense that it's a video game movie. You know that right away. They're not trying to go too hard with the plot. It's not a lot of intricate, oh man, look at these layers. It's pretty simple.
It's just straight what you get. Violence.
I mean, they go from fight to fight. I mean, they try to come up with a plot and they introduce a new character, and I think that's the biggest weakness of the movie. The series has a ton of great characters, and the studio's like, listen, we're going to help you make your video game better. Studios almost never help make something based off of something else better. It's always like, here, let's find a new way to muck this up. And they do that with this new character. He's okay. I mean, the actor Louis Tan does a decent job, but his character isn't necessary. And they could have put in a character that the fan base would have really loved to see in there instead. It probably would have worked better with him in there. That's one case where the original film that came out in 97 definitely has advantage. I'm sorry, 95. So it's been a long time since these movies have been in theaters, so we've seen them.
Gotcha.
The special effects are crazy. Well worth checking out if you're into that kind of stuff.
Okay. So what I've heard you say tonight, just because we're so grateful that you're here. So now I'm going to sum up what I heard. Queen Sugar was good. Check it out. You didn't like some of the character lines, but that's okay. Still hanging in. Go check it out. It's great. Then I heard you say, Vanquish off your list altogether. Don't watch it on a rainy day, even if you bored. Only watch it if your remote falls on the floor and the TV is on automatic play and it just plays and you just can't get the remote.
Right.
And
So
then
if the world
Mortal
does this,
Kombat,
then you're stuck.
check your brain at the door. Understand it's a video game movie. Just come watch the movie. Don't look for no plot or nothing else. Just imagine you playing a video game and your hands just ain't moving. That's what I heard you say
There you
tonight.
go. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. And check
There
out
it
Falcon
is.
Winter Soldier.
And there it is.
And
Listen.
there it is.
Listen,
You know,
Jeffrey,
I
we
always love when Jeffrey
yes.
comes.
I'm about to say we appreciate you so much. You are entertaining. We appreciate your honesty, because your criticism sometimes, or critics review, is hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm still laughing at the remote on the floor and the autoplay. That's a bad movie. I've
If you
seen
were
movies like
falling
that
and you
before.
can't get up, then that's the only reason
That's
you
the
should
only
be
reason.
watching it.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
Yep.
but listen, we are so grateful for you joining us tonight. Listen, if you guys want to keep up with Jeffrey and get some more of his amazing critic reviews, and like we said, he does more than just movies and TV. He does action figures and some other things. If you want to see what he's getting into, go check him out on Instagram at Lyles Movie Files, and or go over to his website at lylesmoviefiles.com. Listen, you hear the consistency, right?
yeah.
And then if you want to watch him and watch his show, check it out on YouTube on the channel. Say it with me, people. Lyles Movie
Lyles
Files.
Movie
It's no
Files.
simpler than that, people. But listen, I know you guys have hung in here and you've waited, because you're like, T. Lynn and Sherri said they got some announcements coming and I want to get in on what's going on. Well, baby, wait no further, because when we come back from this next break, Sherri and I will be sharing the news with you guys. So thank you for watching. Thank you, Jeffrey, for joining us. Go on, get your quick snack and come on right back, because this is B to the third power.
Global Executive Staffing provides top-level executive staffing to federal and private sector companies globally at the most competitive price. They are experts in coordinating and expediting projects from design to development. Global Executive Staffing is a Department of Veterans Affairs, Center for Veterans, certified service-disabled veteran-owned small business. To connect with Global Executive Staffing, go to www.gestaff.com.
Welcome back to B to the third power. Listen, I see Mama Cook say she waiting. I know that's right.
I see you, Ma.
Listen, we are excited to be sharing. Excited. I'm gonna leave it at excited to be sharing some great news with you guys. If you've been loving B3rd Power and all the things we've been doing with the community, I'm gonna tell you like I tell my other audience. I want you guys to put some hand claps in the comments if you're watching. Show us some love if you've been enjoying the content and the things that B3rdPower has been able to bring forward. Um, we have had some amazing guests on the show. We've been able to talk to some amazing people that are doing great things in the community. Um, we've been able to honor some people that have been doing some amazing things in the community, and we're still honoring people. We're gearing up for the second annual B3rdPower Community of Champion Awards. So those things are exciting. We've been able to do some amazing things with B3rdPower. And I think the first thing we want to say is thank you to all of you guys who have been holding us down since day one.
Yes, a huge thank you to all of you, because without the supporters that we have, this wouldn't be possible, right? We'd just be talking to ourselves. So we truly value the people that have taken their most precious thing, and that is their time, to
Yeah,
spend with us every Monday, as we've been in this for the last 3 seasons. I cannot believe it's been 3 seasons that we've been
three.
in this B3rdPower, being intentional, bridging gaps, and building communities. But yeah, I'm just really grateful for all of that. And so with that announcement, one of the announcements that we have is that this will be our last show
Yes.
for this will be our last show. But B3rdPower is not going anywhere. So we have a lot of things lined up, as you heard, for our Community of Champion Awards. We will
Yes.
totally still be the community show. That is
Yeah.
totally, that is who we are.
That is who we are.
And yeah, that is who we are. So we will definitely always be there for the community and in the community, and the Community Awards show, which is going to happen in September. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not going anywhere. But in order to stay in touch with us, we really need you to go on over to YouTube. Follow us there and subscribe.
Yep.
Ring the bell. We won't be in your ear every single day. That's not going to be us. But make sure that you
Stay
follow us
tuned.
there. Stay
Yeah.
tuned. Stay tuned on Facebook, because we will definitely be present on Facebook. And
Absolutely.
yeah, go ahead, T. Share some more with
And
them.
so the biggest thing is that in all of our growing, we've been here for 3 seasons, and Sherri and I have been blessed enough to, we have our things like we talked about before, the vision and the purpose. So we are at a place where our purpose is calling us to other things. And we have to do that because there's some of y'all out there that's watching that need what we have to impart to you, but it comes in a different form. But one thing that we want to make sure that continues to happen is, even though the weekly shows have come to an end, the brand itself and the things that we stand for, being intentional, bridging gaps, and building community, we're now taking that to do something greater with it. We are now taking it into a bigger vision than just shows every week. There's some more things that we want to do that's impactful and that will continue to impact and great take our ripple effect even further.
Yeah.
And so where we are now, the shows have been fantastic, and you guys have, oh man, you guys have carried us through so many weeks, and we're so grateful for you. But now we want to go do bigger and greater. And in order to do that, and in order to do it on an efficient level, we have to make some adjustments. And that's all we're
Yes.
doing. We're making some adjustments so that we can be more efficient in the things that we are called and
Yes.
purposed to do with this vision and this thing called B3rdPower.
Yes, and B3rdPower, like we said, like T said, has definitely opened the doors for a lot of things for me and T Lynn, and so we are both very excited, and we want you all to be excited with us as well as we
Yeah.
venture out into these individual new new shows. We
Yes.
have new opportunities, and they're steadily, readily coming in. So it's
Yes.
very important that we make sure that we take B3rdPower with us, but it's just in a different way.
Yes.
Uh, the B3rdPower.com, that will stay in effect.
Yes.
And the nomination forms will stay there for you to continue to nominate people in the community that are being intentional, bridging gaps, and building communities.
Yes.
Because, like we said, the Community of Champion Awards is going to still occur in September. And we'll definitely have some talk about that periodically here and there on the
Yeah.
Facebook page. And we want you all to stay engaged.
Absolutely.
We
And
continue
I
to
was going
need
to
your
say,
support.
Sherri, one more thing I want to say. We always tell you guys to go over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, but even bigger than going over to YouTube, go to B3rdPower.com. Make sure that you follow us. There's a way that you can subscribe and follow us on our website. Go on over to B3rdPower.com and make sure you follow us there, because there you'll definitely get quicker information, not just when we go live, but you'll be able to keep up with what we're doing on B3rdPower.com. And it's also the place, as Sherri has said, and I'm going to reiterate, the place where you can go and nominate those people, those individuals and organizations that are doing fantastic things in the community and definitely should be nominated and recognized during our B3rdPower Community of Champion Awards. So go on over to B3rdPower.com. Make sure that you follow us so that you can get on the spot information. Whenever we make an update, you're going to automatically be notified of what we're doing and what we're sharing. And then, like Sherri said, stay tuned with Facebook for sure, because we'll be releasing more information as we shape it out and as new opportunities come along as far as where we're going. That makes sense? Yes, that makes sense. I said that really fast and a lot. But listen, we thank you guys. I see the love pouring out. Thank you so much, Raya. We love you and we appreciate you so much. For loving us and being a faithful fan. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, Alan. We appreciate you. Thank you, Maxine, for joining the conversation with us. Thank you, Mama Cook and Lillian as well. I'm just going through the comments because I see all of you guys are like talking to us.
And before we move on, because I don't know if I jumped the gun or not, but before we move on, can you tell real quick, can you tell the audience what you will be doing and what some of the things that you're involved in?
Oh, absolutely. And then you just put me on spot and I said, oh, absolutely. Not even let my brain catch up with what you said. So some of the things that I have going on, you guys know, I have 2 shows that I do. That one is called Sip and Chat with T Lynn, where we're talking about the journey to authenticity, wholeness, and healing. That's amazing. You can always check that out at Lynn Tate over on YouTube, as well as Pen the Writer's Utopia. It's amazing. I get to talk to writers of all different mediums, and we're all talking about the journey and the process of writing and their projects that they're doing and what led them to write the projects that they're doing. It's inspiration, especially for those who are new to writing and that are looking for inspiration on getting your projects done. It's a great place. It's a great place to basically get information and inspiration. And then the last thing, not even the last thing, but the other thing that I'm into is I'm helping people. I'm not only writing books, so T-Lynn is going off to write a few books, but I'm also helping other people write their books and get their stories out. And I'm excited about that because, as Sherri knows, writing and telling stories just makes my socks go up and down. It's the thing that I love to do. So I am going off to do that. Some other amazing things. I'm writing and contributing to a organization over in the UK. I'm working as an ambassador, female empowerment ambassador. So as you can see, writing has just it's been a thing that's blessing me, and it's something that I'm going off to do, and I'm surely excited. And I have some other great things, so you got to make sure you follow T Lynn, because I have some other big announcements that's coming. But like I told you, as Sherri and I told you earlier in the show, sometimes you wait until the baby is born before you go telling everybody about the baby. So you got to wait for the baby to get more information on that. But Sherri, this is one time I'm not telling your good. You gonna tell your own stuff, okay?
I'm gonna tell my own stuff.
So what are you going off to do, Sherri?
Okay, so I am working on my show as well. It's going to be Mastermind My Life. Mastermind My Life hits me to the core. As you all know, I was a single mom as I raised my twins. As single parenting and encouraging single mothers through this process is my passion. I love working with moms to find their purpose and to figure this thing out when they feel stuck and overwhelmed, and how to push through and all of that good stuff. So that is my niche, and my show Mastermind My Life will definitely deal in and dab in that area. I'll bring on experts. I'll actually bring people on and be talking to them about masterminding my life. Let's come on and fix that thing, like Ayan Levon has on her show. We're going to fix some lives. We're going to mastermind through and get some lives together on the show. So I'm really excited about that. I'm actually in the process now of interviewing people to be on the show. So if you're interested in coming on the show as we talk about masterminding your life, baby, trying to figure this thing out, trying to put some things in place and strategize some things out, hit me up. Let me know. You can always send me an email at keonworks. That's KEOM at gmail.com. Like I said, I'm setting up interviews now for people to come on. So I'm really excited about that. I have a lot of speaking engagements.
Yes, I was waiting to see how long this was going to take you to get there.
I have a lot of speaking engagements. I actually am a part of a 2-day summit that is coming up June 5th and 6th, the Back from Broken Summit that I'm working on with Dr. Ed Womack and Dr. John L. Mack. I'm telling you, it's going to be a phenomenal, amazing time.
Yes.
And I'm so excited to be working with them on that. I'm also facilitating a couple of other things, and that is really pushing me towards birthing a lot that's within me. And one of those is my book. You've seen me post about it. You've seen me talk about it. And Sherri is actually being about it right now. And that is taking up a lot of my creative space. It's taking up a lot of my time, as I'm really committed to making sure this thing happens before summer hits too hard. Okay. So I want you all to know that we are still here. We're just here in a different way, but we're still here. So make sure that you follow us on all of our social media platforms. Make sure that you're involved and engaged with us on YouTube so that we can continue to bring you great value and great content and great people, because we're still going to come in contact with great people. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, you have to follow us. I say it one more time. Go over to B3rdPower.com. Make sure you follow us, because we've been busy here on Facebook, but there's a lot more things that's going to be updated and kept up to date on our website. And that way we beat the algorithms.
Right. It's all about beating the algorithms.
Right. If you go on over to our website and follow us, then you don't have to worry about missing any updates because of an algorithm. Hello? Right. Yes. Exactly. Thank you so much. Because look, we broke the news, because we've been sitting on this and we thought about it. Do we tell them before? And we were like, nope, we're going to wait. And so you guys have been showing us mad love in the comments. And so we definitely want to say thank you so much to everyone that's sending us congratulations. We so appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining the conversation, for sure.
Alan, let me tell you, like,
He's the best.
last 3 years, this could not have been as exciting and as it is if you had not been a part of it. You have definitely been like the biggest supporter. Araya, thank you. I mean, the biggest supporter. We appreciate you guys so much. But Alan, I mean, he hung in there every single week. Monday. I'm telling you, even when we didn't show up and we had a replay, Alan showed up.
Hello. And then on top of that, listen, we love Alan because literally, like she said, he always shared our shows. He makes sure that when we go live, I think Alan share our shows more than we do. Like, and that's a great thing because that's just how supportive he's been. But he's literally been with us, I want to say, since almost day one, faithfully. Outside of our mamas. That's one of our biggest fans. Sorry, babe, you one of my biggest fans too. But my baby you've been working. You've been part of the team.
Right. Go team.
You've been part of the team. He over here laughing at you.
Go team. Because mine is on the couch. He not even.
Listen. Dale, you owe us an interview. It's our last episode. Come on, you supposed to get on camera and say, hey, come on, Dale. You owe me. You owe me, Dale. You owe me. Don't be tossed over there.
He talking about something. All right.
All right, you ain't came on camera yet. Where you at? Anyway, we so appreciate you guys.
So appreciate it.
Make sure you hook up with us. You link up with us on www.B3rdPower.com. We still have some amazing things that will take shape with the B3rdPower brand. We're doing bigger, we're doing better, and we're definitely looking to honor more people that are out here doing the doggone thing, being intentional, bridging gaps, and building communities. All right. But yes. See, that's why Alan is our man 100 grand.
100 grand.
Hey, Mr. Tony, can you pop up Alan comment? This is why Alan is our man 100. Look at that.
100 grand. 100 grand.
100 grand. Look at that. He put it up there for y'all. If you ain't see it on screen, he made sure everybody knows B3rdPower.com. You my man. Thank you so much, Alan.
We appreciate you.
But anyway, time flies when we're having fun. I know we broke the news to y'all like at the last minute, but we just didn't have the heart to tell you what was really going on.
Didn't have the heart to tell you.
It was our way to just rip the Band-Aid off and just say thank you so much.
And you want to be really honest. And even at like 5 o'clock today, both of us were even like, I don't know if I'm ready.
Yeah, it was like, are you ready? No, I'm not ready. It was like maybe next week, maybe next week.
I'm not ready.
Yeah. But listen, we are grateful to you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and for watching over these past 3 seasons. I don't know, maybe we'll put together a highlight reel of the last 3 seasons. Thank you so much. So it's a lot of people that we got to say thank you to. I love the fact that we can go over tonight because we got to tell some people some thank yous. Okay. Thank you to you broadcast media. You guys took us in. We were a big part of your team. You were a big part of our lives. So thank you so much to you broadcast media. Denzel Bennett, we love you and we thank you. And we just say thank you for the love you showed us.
And Justin.
Yes, Justin, the cameraman. Justin. Thank you so much. You've been with us since day one, Justin. Day one. Justin used to get on us all the time. Don't come in here with that on. You need to speak up. He would give us homework to do to help us get more comfortable doing.
Like, I don't think you all understand how serious this was because we were in an actual studio.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we're doing at home now. So we were actually in a studio where they had an engineer, a production team, and he would get on us because our mics were mean.
She got in trouble for jury.
She got in trouble.
She got in trouble for jewelry.
Because y'all know
I got in trouble for the type of shirt I wore because for not having the shirt that my mic could clip to. Listen,
it was a mess. It was
yes, but Justin, thank you, Mighty. I'm not gonna call you that. That's not your name, Marcus.
And I did. I'm sorry, Marcus. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't call. I'm not gonna call him that, Marcus. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you so much. You came in later on in the team and you held us down along with our lovely James. We got to say thank you to James and Dale. They've been there since day one. James jumped in on the sound. Dale jumped in the floor manage. Listen, they held us down. They held us down.
I'm telling you.
Who else? Make sure we're not forgetting anybody, because there's been so many people that's just been a blessing to our journey. Thank you to every guest that's ever come on our show when we was nobodies. Yes. You still came on our show even though we ain't have no big glamorous names. You came on to be a blessing to our guests, and we say thank you because we done had some heavy hitters, baby. We've had some heavy hitters that you probably can't even get on their schedule, but they took the time out to be on the show with us. And so we say thank you to all of our guests for your love and support and for coming on and sharing your expertise. Thank you to our sponsor. Shout out to Bill. Staffing. Thank you so much. Been our sponsor on many a days from the very beginning. Thank you to Miss Ethel for VZB Capital. Yes. Came on as a sponsor with us. They believed in us. And thank you to all the small businesses that came in and did sponsorships, short sponsorships with us. We thank you. Rhea was one of them. And so was Lakeisha Wallace, I think it was. But Creations, I'm sorry, I can't think of it offhand. I can't think of it. Say thank you.
But you know, I want to thank our power panel. Of course, that was Bill with GE Staffing. Then we had Miss Ethel, and we had
Crystal
Oriada. She came out a couple of times. But big shout out to our boy Jeffrey Lyles, who has been there every time he's been there. He showed up, and he's always brought amazing content during his segments. We totally loved having you join us, and we definitely want to keep that connection so that we can think of something big for the Community of Champion Awards show. I know we're going to come up with something.
Absolutely. And then
who?
I would say last but not least, but we might remember somebody after him. So maybe next to last but not least. Shout out to our man G3.
Oh my goodness.
Listen.
G3.
I ain't seen G3 in a minute because G3 been traveling all over the daggone world in the US. Even during the pandemic, G3 was still traveling and working. But shout out to Jeffrey Lyles for just, man, thank you for sharing your talent. Thank you for giving us our own version of the late night show. Listen.
And he would come out, you guys don't understand, like he would drive out on Mondays when he was home way out in Virginia. And he would be there with us live in the studio playing music just for B3rdPower. You all don't understand how big that is, because a lot of times on networks, you can't even play music unless you've gotten approval to play, especially already known. We had somebody that was in-house who was already big. You know, what is he working with, Disney and Nickelodeon or something like that?
He's done a lot, a lot. And I'm gonna spill his little beans. And he just got picked up doing music for a movie company, production company. Listen, he's on the move, but he took his time and his talent out to be a blessing to B3rdPower and our viewers, and so we cannot
our own music. So we
and coming up with original music, and then he brought in his band, Foundation Band.
Yes, he did. Then he brought in the band.
Baby. So listen, we have to say thank you so much to Gerard just for
thank you, G3.
Just thank you. We're so grateful. Listen, I hope we didn't forget anybody else. If we did, we're sorry, because we're trying to remember everybody that we might have forgotten. But I think we've covered everybody.
I think we've covered.
Oh, it's one more person. Thank
Okay.
you to Karen McConnell Jones.
Oh my goodness, yeah. She started out with
brought us. Yes, thank you,
Yeah.
Karen, because
They
you
started out
brought
with
us to, at the time, Urban Style Media. You brought us to Urban Style Media. And so we thank you as well, just for opening the door. And then we did a lot of amazing things. So we did the big shows with her, and the panels and the special edition shows. And so thank you so much.
So we're gonna wrap up because my eyes are getting teary.
No, you're not. You're not over there crying. No, you're not over there crying.
Yeah. So,
but we thank you guys so much. That's the biggest. Anybody that we forgot and you've been a big part, we apologize. Charge it to our mind and not our hearts, because it's certainly we're not intentionally forgetting you, but we think we have grabbed everybody that has worked so tirelessly with us,
right,
to bring forth B3rd Power. But go on over to B3rdPower.com, because the party doesn't have to end. Just the show is ending.
Yeah,
but not the party. We're still doing great things in the community. So thank you so much. And as always, if all hearts and minds are clear, as always, remember, today is a great day to make a difference in the lives of those that are around you. I'm Lynn Tate.
And I'm Sherri Cook.
And this has been B3rd Power. We love you guys. We hope to see you over on our website. And we hope to see you in September for the B3rd Power Community of Champion Awards. You all have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.